Find the area of the triangle, round to the nearest tenth, and include units. So the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. We're given the base is 4 inches, the height, we don't know that. But we do know we have a right triangle and we're given the hypotenuse. So what we can do is use the Pythagorean Theorem to solve for this height of the triangle and then from there calculate the area. So let's set up the Pythagorean Theorem. Since we have a right triangle, we can put 4 squared plus, and be careful what you use for a letter here. If you use b, well, b is up here also, and you don't want to be confused what you're solving for. And so you can put h, because really this is the height of the triangle if you want. Let's try that. And remember, when you're using letters to represent a value, it's really arbitrary, meaning you can use whatever letter you want. Equals 12 squared. So let's simplify. 4 times 4 is 16, plus h squared equals 12 times 12, which is 144. Now to solve for this h squared, we're going to subtract 16 from both sides. So 16 minus 16 is 0, which means we're just going to have h squared on the left. And then we'll subtract on the right. So h squared is 128. Now to figure out what the height is, we're going to do the positive square root. So h is the square root of 128 inches. And let's see, 11 times 11 is 121, so this is just a little more than 11 inches. And that makes sense because the hypotenuse is 12, so you want it to be less than the hypotenuse. And it's clearly greater than this 4 inches here. So now we're going to use that radical 128 to find the area. Let me go ahead and make that a decimal first, just to make it easier. So let's see, square root of 128, 11.3. So the height is 11.3 inches. Now we're going to use this area formula up here. Area is 1/2 times 4 inches times 11.3 inches. And so you can do 4 times 11.3 and then divide by 2, or you could do 1/2 times 4 and then times 11.3. I'm going to do 1/2 times 4 because that's going to be pretty simple. It's just 2. Then times 11.3 inches. Let's do that on the calculator. Two times 11.3, 22.6 inches squared. Remember why it's inches squared, you're doing inches times inches, which makes square inches. So here's your answer, 22.6 inches squared is the area of this triangle. And let's review the solving process. We didn't know the height, but we knew it's a right triangle, and we're given the hypotenuse and a leg, or the base of the triangle, depending how you look at it. So then we used the Pythagorean theorem to solve for this unknown height, and then we were able to calculate the area of the triangle.